hunter. We end up eating rotworm for a month. I know who to pay a visit.
Hey, you got a smoke?
If I did, why the fuck would I give it to you? Piss off. Ah!
New here, right?
It's that easy to tell.
Ah. Don's boys already got on your nerves, eh? They're just bored. No imagination, you see. I heard you were accepted into the gang. Congratulations.
What do you do here?
I tend the Brugelweed here on Robar's farm. It's not the most noble of plants, but it's versatile. You can brew beer with it. You can, should you be of a mind, smoke it as well. The smoke has special properties, if you know what I mean.
What do you know about the Don?
I know enough not to mess with him. We used to be out here all alone, until they swept in and took the place over. But stick to his rules and he's a good man, if a hard taskmaster. Working in the fields isn't easy, but it gets you away from people. Space to think.
Can you sell me some weed or beer?
Surely can. And I have more to sell as well, if you're interested.
Who is Robar?
He's a salt-of-the-earth fellow. He farms this swamp. Well, this field.
What do you have to sell? What do you think about Don Esteban?
You can say what you like about the Don, but he's never left us in the lurch. You can always count on his word.
That look. You've come for protection money.
Protection money?
Maybe you just have that look. What brings you here? Looks like the Don's accepted you.
Looks like it.
Well, these are hard times and a man has to choose somewhere to settle. You look about done. Here, have a swig of this.
Too risky.
Is this your land?
It's me that farms it. Then I use the Bruegel weed that grows here to make beer.
What can you tell me about the area around here?
You haven't been here long, have you? Let's see. Well, the boys in the camp all work for Don Esteban. They're collecting everything they can find made of gold. The Don must have a fortune in that temple by now.
Do you work for the Don?
Me? I've been on this farm all my life. One day, these ruins rise up out of the ground, all over the place. Then Don Esteban comes here. At least he keeps these creatures from the temple away.
Where did the gold the Don's collecting come from?
From those temple ruins, the ones that rose from the ground. They say there are treasures there, and creatures.
Could you teach me to make beer?
I suppose, if you have a basic knowledge of alchemy, but it would take you years to learn properly.
What's Bruegel weed?
They call it a weed, but it's not. Mostly grows in the swamp or along rivers. But you can find it most anywhere. Looks useless, but you can't get hops out here. Well, not cheap you can't. And this stuff will do the trick.
Is your beer any good?
There were those on the mainland who thought so. Barley Man's export, they called it, till the island was cut off. Every time you think you're getting ahead, life just drags you down. Which reminds me, the camp is waiting for a delivery. I don't suppose you'd be interested in dropping some bottles off for me?
Why does everyone here see a new face and just assume I'll do jobs for them?
'Cause you need people that will owe you favors.
Favors?
You never know when you'll need them. Take these 10 bottles to Rachel, the camp cook. I need 50 gold coins for them, so I can pay my damn protection money.
All right. But one day I'll want to collect that favor.
Course. Here's the beer. And don't forget, 50 gold pieces.
50. Yeah, I'll remember that. Does the Don ask you to pay for protection?
No. It's his Commander-in-Chief. The one that trains his fighters, Brogar. He demands 30 gold coins a month, or he'll take away the guards that look after my farm.
So someone's found a way to earn money from this swamp. Maybe I could help you gather some Bruggelweed.
Well, it would save me some time. All right. But I need deliveries of 10 plants. I will give you 70 gold coins for every 10 you bring.
You can relax. I dealt with those bog bodies.
Now that is a relief. I knew you weren't all bad. Here, take this as a thank you.
I have some Bruggelweed for you.
Good job. Here's your gold. I could always use more plants. There are plenty of people who like beer. If you find more, you know the price.
Too risky.
I have some Bruggelweed for you.
Good job. Here's your gold.
I think that's cooked.
Changed so much.
The swamp farmer sent me with 10 bottles of beer.
Ah, I wondered when that was going to arrive. Thank you. That saved me a walk.
Here, take the beer.
Great. Hope Robar's doing okay out there. He's a decent man. Hard-working, too.
By the way, Brogar is collecting protection money from the people here in the camp.
What? Are you sure? I'd be surprised if he were being that brazen about it on his own doorstep. Do you have proof? Solid proof? If you could get me something concrete, that would help things here a lot.
Too risky.
He's a decent soul. Well, until you trust him.
He's the one, they say. I'm watching you. Oi, what's your game?
to start again. It broke. Did it? I think I'll have to study alchemy.
Could you use some help?
Look out! Hey, wait for me. You picked the wrong fight.
You want trouble? You. I hope you take this as a warning.
say a lot of things. Dead before he hit the ground. Mind his brain was dead a long time before that. We will probably...
You're getting hot flushes. What do you think that's about? My feet are killing me. I think I'm giving myself something that hurt anyway. He'll talk your ear off.
A new person. Finally, someone I can send. Thank the gods.
You talking to me?
Certainly am. Everyone else is busy, pretending to be busy, or is just lazing around. And I have to get a message to Severin. He's helping process the artifacts at a farm. I think they call it Tilda's farm. I need every man to clear these artifacts. And I mean every man. But someone has to tell Severin our situation. Tell him we need support. We haven't got the manpower we need.
Where is Tilda's farm?
South of the monastery. It's being used to store artifacts on their way up to the monastery. You should head east of here.
Right. All right, I'll take your message to Severin.
Hurry. He needs to know. It's vital. I bet they think we're dead. But here we are, large as life. Anyway, good luck.
Haven't you got other things to do?
Go about your business.
How are things with you?
I don't know. I feel uneasy. It's too quiet. That white robe lot aren't bothering us so much. Means they're probably plotting something. So watch yourself.
Looks good. I think that's cooked.
Hey, this area hasn't been secured yet. Be careful.
Thanks. I'll keep my eyes open.
Can't look after yourself, eh? I don't care what you're doing here or where you're from. I only care about security. What goes on between you lot and the Order is none of my business. As long as you don't cause any trouble, I don't care. So don't cause trouble.
What do you know about this area?
This camp's run by the Order for the Inquisition.
What's the camp for?
All the troops out here use it. They bring artifacts here. And guard these two ruins. One here below the farm, and another further up.
Are the ruins dangerous?
We've got creatures piling out of the ruins and spreading out everywhere.
Can you tell me more about the ruins here?
I can't really. I just stand guard here. If you want to know more, talk to Severin.
Did you see the ruins come out of the ground?
I haven't seen it myself, but I've heard a lot about it. It started with an earthquake, and the ruins came shooting out of the ground all over the island. Hey, this area hasn't been secured yet. Be careful.
Thanks. I'll keep my eyes open.
Can't look after yourself, eh? I don't care what you're doing here or where you're from. I only care about security. What goes on between you lot and the Order is none of my business. As long as you don't cause any trouble, I don't care. So don't cause trouble.
What do you know? What's...
All the and if you...
Did you see the...
I haven't seen it myself.
You must have someone else to talk to.
I'll need some raw meat to fry.
I'd pray if I thought anyone was listening. I can't get most people to listen, so it's not likely to go to it.
Hello there. Are you on your way to the monastery?
Maybe. What are you doing here?
Collecting plants. But I need some help. Something's gone wrong.
You need a hand collecting those plants.
Well, I'm not really meant to get help. It's Master Abrax's test, and he really wouldn't approve. But it's not the plants I need help with. Kraban was helping me, although don't let on I told you. And now Kraban's disappeared.
Greetings.
Hey, you're a novice, right?
For the time being, yes.
And that's about to change.
Soon. I'm on my last test. Once I have the plants for Master Abrax, I'll be a mage.
Who is Master Abrax?
A master up at the monastery. Very clever. His test is the last one I have to pass. Mind you, at least you always know where to find him.
Where?
In his laboratory. He hardly ever leaves it. To be honest, I think he's a little strange in the head.
What sort of test are you doing?
I'm supposed to get him some plants. Here from the forest.
Need any help?
No, I need to do this by myself. Thanks for the offer, though.
Nobody knows.
Hey, come out to see the pigs.
Anything much happening out here?
We've got grave moths buzzing around everywhere. I can't let the pigs out of my sight.
Grave moths eat pigs.
If they're hungry enough, they'll eat anything. And pigs aren't known for being able to defend themselves.
I'll deal with the grave moths.
Thanks. I know they're dirty, but you know, these pigs have got a personality. Don't want to lose any more of them.
Grave moths are all dead.
That's great. The pigs will be happy. I'm Derry, by the way.
Derry, guardian of the pigs.
That's me. Here, take some coins. The pigs say thank you.
Hey, you supposed to be here. Gotta watch yourself around here if you're not authorized.
You guarding this place?
The buildings, yeah. We keep supplies here and a lot of stuff from the ruins. I also do a little, trading. I'll get you anything you need for a little gold. It's a win-win situation. I'm sure we can help each other out. I mean, we're friends now, aren't we?
Too risky.
You there. You better not be a looter or a vagrant.
I'm an emissary from Don Esteban.
Is that so? I didn't think the Don's men went around alone. You tend to travel in packs. I'm Severin. This farm is under my command. Stay away from the buildings and don't question my people. Remember that, and we'll get along just fine.
Good to know. Are there many ruins round here?
2 of them have risen here. Both have been investigated by my men, and we took what we could out of them. A good man perished, though, in the upper ruins. Lethal place. Don't go near it.
Did you manage to get any artifacts from the ruins?
We're going to send the crates up to the monastery. We're finished with the ruins here. I'm not risking any more men for a couple of goblets. Besides, I need men here to guard what we found, as long as those thieving gnomes are wandering around. But if you want to take a look at the ruins, on your head be it.
What problems are the gnomes causing you?
Those little runts would take the armor off your back while you slept. Have you ever seen how they dress? Pockets all over their coats, stuffed full with anything of value. They live to loot. This farm serves as an intermediate camp where we collect everything we've turned up in excavations and in searching the ruins. The Inquisitor would have my hide if I let the gnomes steal what we have gathered here.
Can I help you with these gnomes?
I'm willing to take any help I can get. There's a group of them camped to the north. If you get rid of them, that would be a great help.
What do you know about the other ruins on this island?
They're sprouting up like weeds. I had orders to send another group west to recover the artifacts from the ruins up there. Rudolph and his men. I haven't heard from them for quite a while, though. The way things are, I don't even know if they're still alive.
All right. I'll deal with the gnomes for you.
That's what I like to hear. A man of action. But keep an eye on your pockets or they'll be in and out before you know it.
Rudolph is still alive, but he has his hands full dealing with the small ruin in the west.
Glad to hear he's still with us. There are too many turning up dead these days. Here, take this spell as thanks for your service to the Order. Rudolph is desperate for reinforcements. I've none to spare. He'll have to tough it out on his own.
What are you doing out here?
Watching the road for creatures, and probably providing a free meal for any hungry beasties that come wandering by.
Why don't you just run for it?
Once you've listened to those noises in the shadows, you'll be glad of a secure place to sleep. It's no fun in there, but it's no fun out here either. Even if I did make it back to Harbour Town, the Inquisition would just bring me right back here again. Not many places to hide on an island. I don't really have a lot of options.
I've dealt with your monsters. You have nothing to fear from the shadows anymore.
Really? Those horrible things? You faced them?
Yeah. They were gnomes.
Gnomes? Are you sure? They sounded a lot bigger.
Well, there were a few of them.
Listen, don't tell anyone about this. The boys will never let me hear the end of it. It'll be gnome heads in my bed for weeks.
Sure. I won't say a thing.
Thanks. You're a pal.
Too risky. Looks good. I think that's cooked.
Ah, another willing recruit to go into the Inquisition's service.
I'm here to speak to the Inquisitor.
Of course you are. And why should Inquisitor Mendoza, the leader of the Order of the Holy Flame, want to talk to a nobody like you?
I have a message from Don Esteban.
That's what you say. Maybe you're here to kill the Inquisitor.
Do you really think a nobody like me could kill the Inquisitor?
I think a nobody like you could be stupid enough to try. You'd better be from the Don, or the Inquisitor will introduce you to the Holy Flame. And I mean, introduce you to it really close up.
Another recruit. The guards brought you here because you transgressed the law. Am I correct?
No. I have a message from Don Esteban.
Then I shall take it to the Inquisitor.
I must talk to him myself.
I see. During your time here, you may move freely around the monastery. This is a privilege. Please do not abuse it. Inquisitor Mendoza is in the Holy Hall.
Where is the Holy Hall?
I shall provide a map. We don't want you getting lost, do we?
When I wish to, how do I leave?
You do not leave. At least not yet.
You cannot keep me here.
Take your message to Mendoza. That is why you entered here, is it not? Do that, then we shall discuss whether you may leave.
Did I hear right? You want to talk to the Inquisitor?
I have an important message for him.
What's it like outside? Are all the monsters gone?
No, it's crawling with them. Want to know what they do to people?
No, not really.
Now I'm here, can I leave the monastery?
Yes, from time to time. But believe me, you're safer in here.
So how do I leave the monastery?
Master Pallas opens the gate, but he'll only do that once Master Ignatius considers you worthy.
Who is Master Ignatius?
Look, I can understand all the questions. I had them too. But like Master Pallas told me, everything in good time. You'll learn about Master Ignatius soon enough. So just relax. Look around. And be safe in the knowledge that nothing's trying to eat you in here.
risky.
Does the Don know that you're up here? This isn't the place for you. You've chosen your path. Now stick to it.
One of the Don's men comes to the Order of the Flame. I am Master Vitus. As long as you behave yourself properly, you're welcome among us. But if you cause trouble, do not think because we are religious men that we cannot look after ourselves.
Trouble?
Stay out of the chambers and restrain the urge to steal or to start fights.
Not now.
Here's someone who needs the protection of a good weapon.
What sort of weapons do you have?
Injure things, kill things, cause damage to things, that sort of weapon. But nothing's free. But I'll trade if you can't pay with gold.
What weapons have you got for trade?
Not much. Take a look. Most use a staff around here. But if you've got something decent to trade, I won't say no.
Can you get me any blanks for smithing?
Do you see any round here? There's simply no demand for blades here in the monastery. I could make some, but you'd have to bring me some more.
Have you got any decent weapons?
How about I take one of my weapons and beat you around the head with it? Then you can see how decent they are.
Easy, Tiger.
Look, another recruit, right? Me too. Tucker, recruit of the Inquisition, what a joke. The same people who chained me up now expect me to fight for them.
You don't think we should fight?
Against who? For what? If they're pulling us in for service, then the shit has really hit the fan.
What do you think is going on?
I don't think even the Inquisitor knows that. But one thing is certain. We recruits will be the first ones to get thrown into the fight.
Sometimes you have to take a risk. Did you come from the swamp? Then you must know my brother Beppo?
Oh, yes. I know Beppo.
Don't let him get to you. He's got a bad attitude. He's always been like that.
Your mother, Tilda, has been asking for you.
My mother? I hope she's all right.
Yes. She's in Harbour Town.
Good. That's where she should be. Thanks for letting me know.
Nothing natural just pops up overnight.
That blade's not glowing.
You know what I mean? Some things are supposed to and don't. And I'm talking about the temples, okay?
Gotta get them. Makes sense, doesn't it? If you think about it.
The market's saturated with artifacts. This stuff would have sold for a fortune on the mainland.
Saw it years ago.
That won't work without a blacksmith's hammer.
Lady Lux.
I'm watching you.
Let's trade.
I don't know what's happened to this place.
Is it supposed to turn round? Never heard of that. I mean, you'd find it worrying, wouldn't you? This is right. Yeah. You get it. Sharper the better.
Looks good.
Well, I wouldn't eat one of them.
Only a little animal. I don't ask much.
Just keep your mouth closed and your ears sharp. Not now.
Halt! You aren't allowed in here.
I was told I could walk around freely in here.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can go snooping around everywhere. Some areas are off limits. The cemetery is one of them. So beat it.
I want to enter the cemetery.
Why should I let a bandit like you enter our cemetery?
What about some brugleweed?
Brugleweed. All right, you have a deal. Get me 2 rolls of Bruegel and I'll let you pass.
Here, 2 rolls of Bruegel.
Great. The cemetery's all yours.
You must have to keep your concentration as a guard.
That's for sure. People will try and pull all sorts of funny business if you don't keep an eye open. It's tough, but you won't find me letting my guard down.
Hours of boredom, all to be ready for that one moment of excitement, eh? Another tomb. In the old days, Berengier, a mage, taught the art of combat, the art of fighting with the staff. He once said to his student, "I can show you the path, but you must walk it yourself." This lock is too difficult.
Keep your hands where I can see. How did you get in here?
Big hole in the wall. They call it a door.
You're not a recruit.
Neither are you by the look of it.
I am the cook. So, if you want to get fed, mind your manners.
What's on the menu, cook?
Your plate is staying empty.
Come on. I'm hungry.
Here, have an apple. If you want anything else, try talking to Casper.
Casper?
He's a novice. You'll find him sweeping the chambers, most likely.
Hey, found any gold? I lost some around here.
Ha! Do you really think that'd still be here? Have you got any idea of the sort of people who pass by here?
Yep. Looks like it's gone for good.
Do you have any brugleweed?
Why would I have brugleweed?
You're from outside here. If you get your hands on any brugleweed, I'll take some. There are always people looking for a little herbal relaxation from the outside world. Or any other items you can bring in.
Show me what you've got.
Halt. Stranger.
I have a message for the Inquisitor from Don Esteban.
The Don, huh? That will get you in, but try stealing anything or causing trouble, and I'll feed you to the pigs. A week clear.
I'm not looking for trouble.
There are those that find it without looking. Go on, pass.
Still, at least we're alive. But he sits around all day and drinks.
Hey, got a smoke to spare?
I don't touch that stuff. Rots your brain, and the brain is all you have, whatever you do. Your body will fail you, but the brain won't.
Which path did you choose?
I'm going to be accepted in the Order as a warrior.
Too risky.
Well, what brings you here?
I'm here to talk to the Inquisitor. I speak on behalf of Don Esteban.
An envoy? I hope you come offering a hope of peace.
I am only empowered to speak to the Inquisitor.
Of course. You are free to enter the Hall of the Flame.
Here to find out about the main gate. I need to know when it will be opened. I heard you're in charge of it.
Plain speech is useful, but some may consider it rude. No matter. Master Pallas will open the gate for you.
Too risky.
Stop there. No admittance.
This text is about magic spells. Interesting.
From the smell of it, you are from the swamp. What does an outlaw want here?
I bring a message from Don Esteban.
Why does he not come himself?
I stand here as if I was the Don.
Defiance, ignorance, and hollow talk. But I will hear you. Tell me the Don's message.
Simply this. The fighting has to stop.
Is Esteban afraid or weary?
The creatures from the temples don't care what side we're on. They attack everyone. They are the real threat. We should work together to solve our problems.
These creatures are a distraction. They are not the real threat we face.
Conflict weakens your forces, as it does ours.
So does having a cancer eating away at us. Peace with the Dawn has brought us nothing but trouble.
Then we shall fight on. This threat will grow, your forces weaken, and we all lose.
Now the Dawn realizes that. He sees the storms. He knows the mainland has fallen silent.
Then tell me what we face so the Dawn can understand.
Isn't that obvious? These storms, these temples, the very future of humanity is threatened.
You need to tell me more about what's going on.
The gods have left the world. Humanity was supposed to be free. Instead, these storms are sweeping us from the face of the land. These creatures are killing our people. But while the holy flame burns strong in this hall, we stand a chance. Let's see if your actions and words match. I will offer you a task. Carry that out, and I shall take it as a sign that the Dawn can be trusted, that your words are true.
Why is the holy flame important?
The flame is a source of magic. The island is protected by its power.
Protected? What about the ruins that appeared and the creatures?
They are not our prime concern. It is the storms we must worry about.
Why did the gods leave the world?
A mage who wanted to free humanity drove them from this world. And we are at the mercy of what that magic released. What matters now is our survival.
You keep talking of a worse threat. What is this threat you fear?
The dark wave the mage used to free us from the gods has released other powers. Titans. Crossing the seas, they come with the storms. I have seen them. I have witnessed the destruction they bring to humanity. They are everywhere, and we have found no weapon that can stand against them.
But how can we stop this destruction?
As long as the flame burns, this island is safe, and that gives us time. Time to discover why the Titans do not come here, how they may be stopped.
What are the Titans?
Will you follow me and learn?
Yes. Show me.
Good. I have not misjudged you. Follow me and learn the truth. This world, all the lands you know, were once the domain of the Titans, old beings that shaped this world. They are raw forces of nature that were tamed by the deities you grew up knowing. The gods that enslaved humanity. It was man's duty to drive away those gods, to loose our chains, but in that action, the Titans have also been freed. They seek to take this world from humanity. Human, Titan. One must give. It will not be humanity. Follow me and we shall make certain of this. I have fought the Titans, on land and sea, but their magic is old. Their bodies incorporeal. We will win this battle only once we know how to use the flame. But for that, we must fathom its mysteries. Come, we must go. The temple ruins contain many secrets. It was in such a temple I discovered the ocular I wear. It shows me the magical currents of the world. The holy flame has its origins in the fire of the volcano, and the currents on this island flow there. It must be tied to the secret of this island's survival. Come, let us go there. Here, this gate will lead us to the source of the holy flame. This gate will lead us to the secret of the storms. Humanity must be defended, and it is the flame that holds the key to this.
Is there a faster way to reach this place?
Take this teleport stone. It is a valuable artifact from the temples. It will bring you directly back to me. This is your mission. This is your duty. Do not fail it.
How do we get this gate open?
No spell, no brute force can open it. Only the 5 keys it needs will do. 5 crystal discs will open this mechanism.
How do you know those discs will open this?
I have one of them, and it fits the lock. Unfortunately, the one I have is damaged. The other 4 missing, but they must be on this island. I came here to seek answers. Those answers are inside this mountain, beyond this gate. You will get me inside. Find these discs. Find them and bring them to me.
So if I help you, then Don Esteban will get the armistice he proposed.
Peace. Gold. As long as he allows us to do this task, he may do as he likes. But you will bring me the crystal discs. You will open this gate, and then enter the temple with me.
Why?
Because you serve Esteban, and that is my price. Find those discs.
About the crystal discs. What happened to the damaged disc?
It was exposed to the dark wave. The magic released to drive away the gods, and its crystal lost all of its power. Without it, we cannot open the portal.
So what was the point in coming here?
I think we can repair the missing disc. I sent the mage Cyrus to see to this.
How can the disc be repaired?
The druid Eldric is an expert on crystals. He should be able to help us. And he has spent time studying the ruins here. If anyone on this island has the knowledge to repair the disc, it is him.
You don't know if he can fix the disc.
If you spend your life waiting until you know things for certain, you will learn nothing. I sent Cyrus to the druid, but he has yet to return. You should check on him and see what progress the druid has made.
So you think something happened to Cyrus?
We should investigate to make sure. We must repair the disc.
I will look for Cyrus.
Good. See to it. Make sure Eldric repairs the disc, then bring it to me. But hurry. We do not have much time left.
Where do I find this druid Eldric?
He's a hermit. He has a hut on the east side of the island. It is at the foot of the volcano in the shadow of the mountain face.
What do druids do?
They study magic, draw on the raw, untamed power of nature. This can make them a little strange. They spend their time getting closer to nature, studying animals, avoiding order and civilization.
And this druid has the knowledge to help us.
Druids are guardians of very ancient and powerful knowledge. Knowledge we need now.
Where else should I look for discs, besides the Don's camp?
There are no discs in the monastery. But Severin is gathering artifacts at the Inquisition camp outside here, at a place called Tilda's Farm. We can hope he has something there. Talk to Severin. See what they have discovered. Now is not the time to talk.
This could be useful. Another grave. We all go back to the earth. This is what I need. I'm allowed to leave the monastery.
This is the word of Master Ignatius?
Master Ignatius gives his permission.
Then the gate shall be open to you from now onwards.
Let's hope the storms stay away.
I'll need some raw meat to fry. Too risky.
And good riddance to the thing. Don't get yourself dead.
Good to hear you're one of us now. We can use all the help we can get.
Lewis, he drinks a bit, doesn't he?
Often, yes. But it's how he gets his iron. Don't ask me how, but it works for him. And he really is the best teacher around.
If you say so. Too risky.
Disgusting beasts, and the Inquisition. This used to be a quiet island. Sometimes, I think all the good times have gone.
Job done. You needn't worry about those things in the excavation site anymore.
You killed them? Right. 30 gold coins, wasn't it? Worth every one.
Thanks. Pleasure talking to you.
Right.
I'll look forward to our next conversation. Too risky.
You're going to be catching my dinner now, are you, Hunter? I like my meals like I like my women, with chips.
I want to improve my fighting skills. I want to be stronger.
That's what I like to see.
I want to be stronger.
Good, good.
You become a hunter. Well done. A hunter is only a step away from being a fighter. Keep going like that. I'll bet you'll be one of us in no time.
Right, yeah.
Hey, come here. I need to talk to you.
And who are you?
Never mind who I am. My boss is interested in you and what you can do. Wants me to make you an offer.
Who is your boss?
A powerful man.
More powerful than the Don?
This isn't a pissing contest. I've told you what you need to know.
Who let you in here?
That doesn't matter. What matters is, I can get to you anywhere you are. My boss can reach you wherever you go.
Let me think about it.
You think. And you hope my boss doesn't change his mind while you're thinking.
What does your boss want from me?
Help. That's all. You can find something that a certain person needs and give them information they need to make a decision.
You're one of Captain Romanov's men.
Smart bastard, aren't you? That's why you're the man for this job.
Who am I supposed to help?
A woman. She has a small tavern down on the harbour quay in the town.
Patty, yeah, I know.
Pretty clued up, aren't you?
Have you heard of any discs? Crystal discs?
I've heard of many things. Perhaps I've heard of these discs. Help us, and I'll tell you more.
What has Patty got to do with this?
Don't worry. She's not gonna get hurt. Just visit her and do what she asks of you.
That's all?
Yeah. Just do what she asks.
This isn't some strange way of her asking me out, is it?
Stop asking questions and do it. You'll find it easier on yourself. And you'll get paid too. How could you refuse that?
All right. I'll call on Patty.
Good. Why don't you go and do that now? You'll hear from us later. Have fun with Patty.
How are things going here?
I'm worried about the temple over to the east. I sent a group of men to the entrance. Our treasure seekers were able to open it. But something's not right. They should have been back here long ago, and I've heard nothing.
Is there a faster way to reach this place?
We've uncovered some sort of maidstone at the temple. They say it has the power to move people from place to place in an instant. You might find it useful in the work you're doing for the Dawn.
I'll see what's happening at the Eastern Temple.
Good. I put Danilo in charge of things over there. Find him and tell him I'll feed him to the rotworms if he doesn't get a move on. I'll show you where the entrance is on your map. Good luck.
What is that guy doing at the entrance?
You mean Balchuro? He's one of Captain Romanov's men. The old pirate often sends us people. The Don does business with him. Usually some minor racket, nothing important. At least, not for me.
I see.
Too risky.
I've spoken with the Inquisitor.
He'll agree to an armistice in return for some crystal discs. He claims you have some and he wants them. That's his price.
Crystal discs? That is all he seeks. What do these crystal discs do? What power have they?
The Inquisition found a gate buried behind the monastery. It leads into the mountain. The Inquisitor thinks whatever caused these temples to appear is inside the volcano. He thinks the discs open the gate.
But what is behind this gate?
If I knew that, I'd be the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor's convinced the answer to the temples, to the storms, is inside there. And discovering that is in all our interests.
If I let the Inquisitor go inside the mountain and he finds more objects of power, more magic, then that's it. He will control the island. We will stand no chance of ever winning it back. If I stop him entering, we risk the whole island being swallowed by these storms. I was born to make decisions such as this. I will not stand in his way. I will allow him to enter the mountain unopposed, and you shall go with him.
What do you want me to do in there?
The Inquisitor links this gateway with the temples that have risen here. That means there must be gold inside there, and there must be magic. We must take our share of this bounty. And if the Inquisitor is really only interested in all our welfare, he should agree to that.
Do you know where these crystal discs are?
I have one object that matches that description.
Just one. The Inquisitor needs several. And if he's right, and we need to get in there to save the island...
Well, we have a new excavation in a temple to the east, not far from your monastery. Fincher's overseeing an excavation at the large temple to the east, not far from the monastery. It's a big temple. Maybe one of these discs is there.
What makes you think a disc is in the temple to the east?
What can you think of anywhere else? Searching a large temple has to make more sense than poking around in the woods. Wouldn't you agree?
So you'll give the disc you have to the Inquisitor?
Inquisitor Mendoza? The mighty Inquisitor Mendoza comes to this island, my island. He marches his men through the streets of my town. He tyrannizes my people and forces them into his service. Yet I am supposed to trust him? Trust a man who has betrayed every promise he's made, even to those of his own faith? No. I will not simply give this disc to him. I need something for me and for my people, if he is to get what he wants.
If we don't trust what he says, what's the alternative?
Bring me the rest of the crystal discs the Inquisitor wants. Once we have all the discs, he will have to deal with us on our terms. Now we know what he wants. We have the upper hand. Get me those discs. Then let us see what tune we can make our Inquisitor dance to. We'll talk later.
Things will never change.
You belong to the Don's gang. What did you go and do that for?
You have a problem with the Don?
The Don's men are thieves. They'd steal the teeth out of an old lady's mouth and claim they did it to stop her biting herself. Always have an excuse. Always doing it in the interests of the island.
But pirates are okay.
At least pirates have skills. The Don's men couldn't stitch a sail between the lot of them.
Do you know a man named Balchuro?
No. Never heard the name.
Strange. He seems to think he knows you. Says that his boss insists I help you.
Ha! Well, I bet I know who his boss is. He has no shortage of lackeys. Let's hope he regrets putting us together.
All right. I think it's time you were straight with me. What is going on with your father's letter?
If I tell you something, I'm trusting you. And you better not think about crossing me. So when I said my father was on this island, I meant was.
So he isn't on the island anymore?
No, I don't think so. But I do think he left something here. Something every villain in town would kill his own mother to get hold of.
What is it that your father left?
As soon as I find the next clue, I'll tell you.
What are you planning to do now?
Well, according to the paper you found, my father had a hidey hole somewhere further inland. According to the clue he left, it's in a grave. I need to find that grave.
I'll come with you.
It's your call. I'll lead the way, when you're ready.
Can you help me train? Maybe teach me something that will help us with our search.
Sure. I've learned a couple of useful talents.
What can you teach me? What can you teach me? Can you teach me acrobatics?
You can find 100 thugs on this island who will teach you how to fight. But there are other skills. Sooner or later, you're going to take a tumble, and knowing how to do that means fewer broken bones and a lot less pain. You need to roll when you land. That breaks the impact, and it means you can fall or jump from greater heights without hurting yourself.
Is there a faster way to reach this place?
One of the farmers talked me into taking this stone. He claimed he could teleport into the town with it. Here, you can have it. I don't trust magic, or the order that uses it.
I delivered your package to Don Esteban.
And his response?
He was happy to get it.
Good, good. At least he got what he wanted.
So everyone's happy.
Well, you delivered the message. Good work.